Mental health, physical health, emotional health, and health of our inner consciousness. There are several facets to our for good health. So, health has so many facets. We usually consider health means like we normally understand so feeling good, but that is not completely health, because we are humans with so many things yet to be discovered or understood, researched, studied, and experimented, especially when it comes to inner world or inner mind or inner consciousness. It's really quite deep and comprehensive. It's not the way we look at human existence and limit our perception to the body outline alone, because it's much deeper. Because consciousness affects almost everything. So hence, mental health means the health of our mind is quite essential. What does it mean, health of our mind? It means soundness of mind, or gaining presence of mind, and feeling one with the mind. Not to have any contradiction within oneself. So it's flowing, it's unified, like mind and body and our individual self, our emotions, everything work together. So that's where you see mental health and well-being. Mental health is still not again. We have to go beyond the body constraints or body confines or outline, because it is really quite pervasive. Our mind is not only limited to our human skull or the brain. It can really go out in any direction. Sometimes in our control, other times no control of ours. But what I really learned with my study and experience, when we understand the nature of our mind, we can do many things. Understanding others' nature is secondary. At first we must do a little homework to really know uh, how our mind works, because every mind is unique. It's absolutely not the same. We really treat human mind like one generic human mind among human existence. It is really individual, although generically we can define what's mind from the point of view of psychology or in a real sense, but individual mind varies. So it's good to understand. How do we understand? We're spending some time on ourselves, just in a positive note, in in a learning mode, and to see what we can really learn from yesterday, from last week, from last month. So we can really take the essence, the best part from everything, and really build up a picture, and then see where the strength is. So we can really build it up from there. Usually, human mind is negative. So we always detect negative things, and that's natural. But it takes a little extra courage and effort to really see the best side of humans, best side of things, best side of circumstances, and the best things that are there. So it depends how we make our life journey, and then how we really operate our consciousness. So much freedom in us. Outside freedom may be challenged by others' interference, but our inner freedom, the freedom of thinking, freedom of feeling, freedom of viewing from different perspective, that's really our prerogative, our special boon. So we all have such capabilities, so we can explore and really utilize in the right direction. So that's really the introduction to this part. So mind is like layers of our skin, not just the mind we talk about in generic, like a ball of mind. So the mind is like conscious mind, surface conscious mind, subconscious mind, emotional mind, heartful mind, and it's really it is ocean. It can take us to the depths of exploration. Quite exciting though. This process is yes of dual nature. One is the philosophical study or personal study, subjective study, and the other aspect is to experience all such realized components or mm, facets of our own being. But I ardently believe each human being must be looked upon like a star in the Milky Way or of galaxy. So each one arrives into the world with some good purpose, with some potential, some seed knowledge or energy or something. Only that person can contribute that for the development of humanity, for the expansion of human consciousness. Only that person can contribute that. So that's the reason every each human being must be looked upon like a star in the Milky Way of humanity. So when we open that up, the possibility, we can do many things. But I always really thought there's always a way. I never give up things. There's a way how to achieve this, how to take this message forward, how to help others to become more transformed, how to feel better. There is always a way, but we don't know the way, so that shouldn't confine us not to go forward. But we have to think that way, like there's a way. So we will be able to find out because we usually become confined to our own intellectual mind, rational mind, logical mind. But there is a mind beneath our own mind, that's feeling mind. That's beautiful. The feelings themselves, and health comes from our feelings. How do you feel? Hence, even when we go to doctors, medical experts ask you, how do you feel? So we have to express ourselves. So the feeling part. So it begins. So once we begin to feel the positivity or generating some constructive energies, some positive nature or positive attitude towards something, yes, things start changing. But there is always a way things can change. There is always a way things can be changed, and things also change. Is not the same. So that's one. That's a really very valid hope. So mental health means the way we understand all these things, and we don't have to focus more on achieving mental health. Mental health will become incidental when our attitude changes, our perception becomes broader, and our response to the world also changes more sensibly, constructively. Yes, it's easy to become involved with a negative emotion, but it can't take us too far. But rather, rational, go to positive emotion or conversion. We can convert our negative energy to positivity. So whenever we become affected, we obviously our energy becomes so low. But if we really like one moment in like a turn of a second, we can change our whole mindset. So that opens a new world altogether, new horizon. Even if you're staying in a small little room at home or outside somewhere in another in a building, but for us, we see the world there. It's not the physical space. That's the reason I also said in the slides. So, but I'm not jumping, but it talks about inner space as well. Inner space. Inner space, I invented this word inner space maybe 2 decades ago, approximately. So, like we talk about space usually in terms of physics, but this space really is indefinable, but there is space. To comprehend this massive space outside, we have to have some inexplainable faculty or ability to feel the space. So, feeling space, we feel space with our breath, with our inhalation, with with the involvement of our mind appreciating that space. Like some people have got big houses, but they feel constrained. Some have got small little cozy houses. They feel it's like palace to them. So it also depends upon how you project our mind consciousness and how you work with the situations. For a person who wants to know, uh, can always attempt in full excitement, isn't it? I said often during my journey, like we should make our life journey for the formula, make our life journey exciting, educational, enlightening, also entertaining. So anyway, that space must be experienced. It means when we accommodate people, accommodate environment, ideas, thoughts, without contradiction, when welcome things, then we become discovered of newer and newer spaces within us. So then you feel so like uplifted. That's a wonderful feeling. So these things really help complement our overall health.